Hello, everyone. Most of you can tell I'm not in my normal environment. I'm not in my kitchen living room where I normally do my little talks for my channel. I'm out in the middle of a mountain range somewhere in Colorado. Um, I've managed to climb about 1,200 feet today. My peak that I summited today wasn't very high. I think I was at maximum 8,600 feet, with about, I don't know, 1,600 feet of elevation gain or something like that. But I'm kind of out here in the middle of nowhere. I came prepared. I got my bear spray, my gun, my Garmin. I got the whole works, right? But as I've been hiking today, and I've hiked the last, well, a few days, actually 3 days this week I've hiked. Um, I've realized that as I traveled across like 5 states to get here. I'm in Colorado right now. Um, and for me right now, I'm traveling, right? I can't stop. My car's 3.5 miles away, so kind of have to keep going, right? But I've seen people as I've passed mountain bikers, like those fat bike, mountain tire bikers. They've been going down this trail. I don't know how they make it up over all the rocks and all the stumps and stuff. It's kind of crazy. But as I've been watching people across all the states, through Colorado and the town where my daughter lives, and it just kind of struck me that obviously I've seen very few people in the grand scheme of things this last week, but isn't there like something like 8 billion people on the earth or something like that? I don't know what it is. We're going to say 8 billion just for it's close, right? So the 8 billion people on the earth, God sent his love letter, which is the Bible, to every single one of them, 8 billion of them. And that's just who's on the earth now, right? That's not the ones that have passed away. But the 8 billion people that are on the earth right now, he has a plan. He has a way that he would have liked for their life to go, right? And we all know that God knows what we know. God knows the way our lives are going to go. He knows when we're going to deviate from the plan, right? He knows what we're going to do. But at the same time, what struck me is the awesomeness of the thought that the God who created the whole earth, that's amazing enough, but he can plan 8 billion people's lives all at once, simultaneously. He knows that I'm on a mountain right now. He knows that I've tripped, that I've scun myself up, I've been chasing ants off me. He knows all those things. And it says that he knows the number of the hairs on our head. With 8 billion people, he knows that. So my thought as I was traveling is like, number one, obviously this body's a temple, right? God gave me one body. I want to is this God's plan for me today? I don't know. He says honor your body. It's a temple. It's, feed it, nourish it, all this kind of stuff. Is whipping it up and down a mountain part of his plan? I don't know. Maybe it's good for it physically, right? As long as I don't die of a heart attack. Exercising my body's good for me. My knees are complaining. My lunch today was a protein bar and a little bag of jerky and 3 ibuprofen. That was my salad, right? The little green gel caps. But he knows what's best for me. He knows what his plan is for me. Whether his plan was for me to traipse up this mountain today or not, but I know that he wants me to keep myself healthy. So this is how I'm choosing to do it today. But I am awestruck that this same God who created all the rocks and boulders and the whole atmosphere of the place that I'm sitting in right now, that he bothers to know who I am, what I'm doing, the sweaty, greasy hairs that are on my head right now. He knows it all. And he has a specific goal for me. And he does for you. And you walk around looking at people, and I see unhappy people, fearful people, bitter people. I see joyful people. I see people who look all different ways, all shapes and sizes, all different colors, all different, whatever, you know what I mean? And I would love for us to be able to get like the big view, like the view that you get when you're in an airplane and you're like, if I was doing something, whatever it is, God, is that what you had planned for me? If I, decided to dress differently, pierce different things, whatever, change my appearance, whatever, however you would do that. I don't know how you do that. Is that his plan for me? Is that his goal for me? He gave me a beautiful body, each one of us, and he said, be good to it. Feed it well, exercise it well, emotionally regulate yourself, talk to people who you need to, talk to me, talk to him. He says, do all those things. This body that I'm living in, my thought is I don't know if I want to do too much to it, except, cut my hair when it needs it, and feed it healthy, exercise it, and do my best to see myself how God sees me. That is so hard for everyone. Like I said, I look at the fearful people, the angry people, the whatever. You're maybe some of you are thinking of your teenager who's acting out, whatever the thing is. I don't know what it would take for us to love ourselves enough to just be so in awe of what God has created that, sure, we're going to buy some new clothes and I'm going to, I don't know, if you want to pierce your ears and wear some rings, whatever you're going to do to it. But what would it take for us to love ourselves so much and to see ourselves how God sees us, that we aren't desperate to change anything. We're just desperate for his love, for his care, for the grace that he dealt us. How could I be desperate for that every day, instead of the next thing I want to change to maybe make myself feel better about myself or whatever? It's a strange thought, but you know what? Think about that today, because so many times we get distracted by needing a new outfit or needing to color our hair or whatever it is. But this outside really doesn't matter. What I put on, what I do to myself, it matters only in the respect of, am I loving what God gave me? Am I honoring this vessel that God gave my soul to inhabit for the years I'm going to be on earth? So I guess do your best to try to look at yourself through God's lens. And if you want to, I wrote 2 books. They both kind of are on not the same exact topic. One's called Called Up, and it's about your identity in Christ. And the other one is called Alive, and it's my story. I kind of wrote them in reverse. Alive is kind of how I got to Called Up. Because sometimes I feel like my identity in Christ is pretty good, and then sometimes I struggle. So you know what? Do what you need to, talk to who you need to, read what you need to. Go check out my books on Amazon if you want to. But do your best today to look at yourself, your beautiful self, through God's lens, because he sees that you're pretty amazing. I mean, he made you. So he must have had a plan for this. See you next time. I'm going to try to get off this mountain now. Oh, God. That's sore. Ugh. This on my ankle. And all I did was wrap it and go, because I'm in Colorado, dang it, and I'm not stopping. I'm not going to sit and not hike. So here we go.